before the revision of the calendar of the liturgy in the Second Vatican Council, October 11th was the feast of Mary, Mother of God, which now we celebrate every year on January 1st. But this was a big feast day in the church back then, October 11th. Tomorrow, October the 12th, is a feast of the Blessed Mother in the northeast of Spain in the Kingdom of Aragon. It's a feast of Our Lady of the Pillar, when our Blessed Mother appeared to St. James, the Apostle, around the year 40 A.D., standing on top of a Roman column in a forum in the town of Caesar Augustus, which is now called in Spanish Zaragoza. And you can still go to the place and see that. Technically speaking, it was a bilocation of Our Lady. How's that? Because she had not ascended into heaven yet. And when Christopher Columbus set out on his voyage to go to the east by traveling west, he named his ship the Santa Maria, and he saw what seemed to be a light going up and down on the evening of October 11th. Well, the light wasn't going up and down, his boat was going up and down. And the light was a campfire on an island, and they set foot on that island the next day, October 12th, Columbus Day, but the Feast of Our Lady of the Pillar, who was the patroness of their journey. I write about that in the book, Mary at the Crossroads of History, because it's all somewhat connected. And we've seen these days as well the powerful intercession of our Blessed Mother in human events, also in weather events. Could be, might not be. I received a text message from somebody who was down in Siesta Key, and they really think a miracle happened because they thought the whole thing was going to flood it. Not everybody fared as well, but some people fared very well. Only God knows at the end. Now, in today's gospel, there's a very curious passage here. When an unclean spirit goes out of someone, it roams through arid regions. Get your imagination going. It's like from the Lord of the Rings, right? These arid regions out there. Searching for rest, but finding none, it says, I shall return to my home from which I came. Somebody's soul, right? And he gets back there, and the soul is clean and in order. And then it comes and brings 7 other spirits more wicked than himself who move in and dwell there. Why is that demon and its 7 friends able to move back into the soul, which is clean and in order? Because the soul is empty. There's room for the demon and the 7 demons in the head, the mind, the heart, and the soul of the person. What's the point here? We have to keep our soul filled up. We have to keep our attention filled up with the consideration of God and in prayer. You can never coast in the spiritual life. You're either going up or you're going down. Let's be honest with ourselves. You're either getting up there higher or you're slipping back. So how do we fill up our soul with good things so it's too crowded for the devil and his 7 companions to get into our soul? We have to pray always. That's what Jesus said. Always? How can I do that? I got to work at least 8 hours a day. And then we got lunch too. How do we do that? Well, we have to figure out how to pray while we're working. And how do you do your prayer through your working? By beginning your work well, on time, offering it up to God, doing it in order, and being mindful of it. But also looking for maybe an image of the Blessed Mother on the wall, visiting our Lord throughout the day, learning how to live in the presence of God, understanding there's no such thing as coincidence. And that way, there's no room for the devil to get into our head through sadness, or the devil get into our heart through lust, or the devil get into our mind through superstition. I think it wasn't Christopher Dawson, it was another great English apologist who said, if you don't believe in God, you'll believe in anything. Peter, who said that?
Sorry,
Chesterton. I knew it was close to D. Dawson is D, Chesterton is C, right? If you don't believe in God, you'll believe in anything. Isn't that amazing? A lot of superstitious people out there who believe in weird things, crystals and rocks and, all sorts of stuff. Anyway, I won't go on too much here, but we've got to fill our mind with good doctrine, our heart with prayer, and our body with the salt of mortification throughout the day. And if we do that, then there will be no room in our mind, our heart, our soul for the devil to get in there. And one of the best ways to chase away the devil is holy water. And holy water works 10 times better with a Hail Mary, according to a recent study. I won't mention who did the study.